Hello, this video will demonstrate how to verify and revise information on the applicant, intermediary, and partnering organizations, including how to add project contacts and verify the CEO and signatories. If after watching this video you're still experiencing technical difficulties, then we have a variety of support options available for you that we've listed on the login screen. So the first step is to log back into the online grant management system, and you have arrived here either because you've bookmarked this page in your web browser or because you've clicked on the Apply Now button from any of the granting pages on vancouverfoundation.ca. So I'm going to enter my password to enter the portal, and I'm taken immediately to the list of open funding calls, and that's because I haven't yet submitted an application. Once I do submit an application, the next time I log in, I'll be taken to a different home screen that appears here. For now, I'm going to find my application by going to My Applications, navigating over to the Draft Applications tab. Here are all the applications that I'm currently working on that I haven't yet submitted. For this demonstration, I'm going to switch back and forth between a couple grant types just to show you some differences, but the process is exactly the same regardless of which grant type you're working on. I click on the grant record to open up the application form. Here I see the general information related to the project proposal, as well as the main sections of the application form listed here in these tabs. So when I set this project proposal up, I selected a community organization from the list of qualified donees. And here's the information that the system has on that organization. If this is a large hierarchical organization with many different locations or departments, I might want to list a branch or division or department here. The next question asks you if the information above is correct. And so if all of this information is correct, then you'll select yes. If there's something that's incorrect, maybe we got the address wrong, or maybe there's missing information, then select no and just type the new information in here for us. We'll update the organization entry as soon as you submit the application form. If you've added a branch or division listing here, what we're still looking for is whether the information related to the parent organization, the legal name, is correct. Please don't enter new information related to this branch or division. The next question asks you to identify who the project contact is at the applicant organization. And so select this drop-down list to see if the person is listed. The demo applicant is listed because that is the user account that we've used to log in. And so if that person is the project applicant, then select them. However, if it's a different person and they're not in the drop-down list, you'll need to add them. And so click on the Add Project Contact, fill in the required information. When I hit submit, I get a message that lets me know that the project contact has been added, asks me to close the window, and this is the most important part. I need to save my work. So I'll close this window, and I haven't saved my work, and so the person I've just entered doesn't appear in this list. But as soon as I save my work, and whenever I save my work, I'm taken back up to the top of the application form. I'll just scroll back down to the section I was working on, and the person I entered is now there. I select that person and move on. to the executive director, president, CEO. This is the person that the system had on file. This might be blank if there was no CEO on file related to this organization. And so once again, if this looks correct, select yes. If something is incorrect, such as there's missing information, or if you have a new executive director, enter that information in here, and we will manually enter it in to the system once you hit submit. The next question asks you to confirm whether the executive director will act as the signing authority for this grant proposal. And by executive director, we mean either the person listed here or the new person you've listed here. So if the answer is yes, then select yes, and you'll see that the information we have on file gets pre-populated. If don't worry if this isn't correct, if you've added the new information in here, we'll update the record once you submit your application. If the CEO is not acting as the signatory and it's someone else, so it might be the chief financial officer, or it might be the lead director of the department in the large hierarchical organization. So just let us know who that is. Whoopsie. We'll need a email address. And we'll need this person's email address. That's because if this grant is awarded, or this project proposal is awarded a grant, then an electronic signature document goes out to this signatory, and it goes out to this email address. So please don't use a general organizational inbox. It's best to use the email address of the person that will be signing off on this grant proposal. I can save my work in progress. I'm returned back to the top of the application form. I move to the intermediary organization if I indicated one was going to be involved in this project. When I did indicate that there would be an intermediary organization, I didn't find them in the database, and so I selected the tick box to add a new organization. And so now I have the fields available to me to fill this intermediary. Fill this information out. All of the required fields are starred with an asterisk. You fill that out, including an organization profile. This is character limited. The character count goes down as you type, including spaces. And then finally, you would add the project contact for this intermediary organization. If they're not in the drop-down list, then you would add them in the same way you did for the applicant organization. You would fill out the form, submit it, come back and save your work, and then that person appears in the drop-down list. The project contact at the intermediary or partnering organization cannot be the same person that it is at the applicant organization. They need to be two distinct people, both representatives of their organization with two separate email addresses. The system will allow you to set it up now and move along the application form, but once you try to validate and submit the application, it will generate an error message requiring you to return to change the project contact at either the applicant or intermediary or organization. If this was a research proposal, there might be a slight variation to it. So let me just call that up to show you quickly. So a participatory action research project proposal requires that there be an applicant and partnering organization. That partnering organization might also be a qualified donee, and if so, you might have found them in the database already. So much like the applicant organization, it's pulling in the information that we have on file. If there's any additional information that you want to add or correct, you would select no and type the information in here. And if the project contact isn't listed in the drop-down list, you would need to add them by using the pop-up window. So that's how to complete the applicant and partnering organization sections of the application form. I hope you found this video informative and useful. If you're still running into some difficulties, then please contact us using one of the support methods listed on the login screen. We're here to help you submit an application successfully, and I look forward to reading your project proposal. Thanks very much for watching the video.